Hello guys, welcome back to Ray's Gaming and Tech Productions, and today I will be showing you guys how to make your monitors pop in color. Now, a common belief that is not fully true that most people think is that you need to spend $5,000+ on a OLED monitor to get beautiful colors. People believe that you need a monitor with a refresh rate of 165 Hz, even though some people don't even have a PC that can run their favorite game at their monitor's refresh rate or FPS. Now, what I'm trying to say is that you don't need to buy an expensive monitor to enjoy your games. You could pull a rusty 5-year-old TV out of your closet and get it to look as good as you need, and I have proof. Let's get into it. Now, in my case, I am using an AMD GPU, so I will only have access to the AMD Radeon software, but if you are using a NVIDIA GPU, the NVIDIA control panel has its own version of what I'm about to show you. So if you're on an AMD GPU, just go to Gaming, go to Display, then you want to go to Custom Color and enable it. Now, for what I'm showing you guys today, the only things that will really matter are brightness, contrast, and saturation. Now, all these other ones like color, temperature control, and hue, these two don't really matter. You can change them if you want, but honestly, especially hue, it just makes everything look weird. Now, color temperature, you do want to keep this enabled because, at least in my case, it makes things look way worse than what they are with these settings. So in this case, keep color temperature on at 7200, and then let's talk about the things that really matter. Now, the ones that are working the most are saturation and contrast. Brightness, as you guys can see, I have mine at 0, which is the default, but if you need yours to be any higher, you can. Just remember that my settings will work on my PC and my monitors, just like yours will be completely different. Now let's actually get to it. Saturation is the thing that you want to focus on the most, and contrast is also a good one. Contrast, I found, is more for shadows. If you need for shadows to look more darker or for the black color to look more darker, it makes things more realistic in games, especially in darker games. And then you have saturation, which truly makes your game pop. Now, saturation, set it to the max. There is nothing wrong you can really do if you set saturation to the max, unless you just dislike colors looking beautiful and at full potential. So in my case, saturation has worked the most on green, red, and blue, which makes sense, of course, RGB. But if you have a game that is mostly grass, this works really good. If you have blue skies, this is really good. If you look here, you can actually see that my background back here looks really good. Of course, it's paused right now, but it did not look like this before I changed a whole bunch of things. If I had everything at its default settings, I'm not gonna say it would look horrible, but it definitely won't look like this. You can see over here the reds look good. You can actually tell that this is a yellowish orange. You can actually tell that this is a bright yellow. You can see the blues. You can see the gradient between over here being blue and then getting kind of purple here, and then kind of a reddish yellow and orange over here. Without that, you would probably just see the gray over here, everything being gray, and then you can see a hint of blue and a hint of yellow and orange over here. But using your GPU software that it comes with, or the driver software, you can actually make things look beautiful. Now, of course, you want to also do things through your TV too to make everything look the way you want, but just in case you run into issues, make sure that you do your TV settings first, and then you do the driver based settings after. And yeah, so saturation at 200, max it out so that all of the colors in every game that you play pop. So again, the green, red, and blues. And then for contrast, turn it down from 100, and then that should make the shadows really look like shadows. They will be actually dark. Now, of course, if you don't like that, you can always put it at 100. But what I'm trying to get at is, yes, you can spend $5,000 on a monitor that will automatically give you these colors, but tuning is not really that hard. If you can, as long as you can find the stuff, it's not hard, it's free. And of course, almost every GPU, at least if it's a gaming PC, it will have a decent GPU. And no matter how good or bad your GPU is, it will be able to do this. I had a GT 1030 and the NVIDIA control panel was able to do this on its own just from me having a GPU, and now I have an RX 6600 and I also had an RX 580, and regardless of how good the GPU was, I'm able to change the colors within the application. Thank you guys for watching. If you found this video helpful, I have plenty of other helpful videos on this channel, and make sure to like and subscribe if you want to automatically see more of my videos. See you in the next one.